Many of us may know the value that yoga can bring to our mental health, but do we always take time to practice with that aim of improving it? I myself, and many others I have taught, often remember that when we don't practice, our weeks or days seem to be a little more challenging. Things tend to run a little less smoothly. It's a great reminder for us to make sure we do roll out the mat for whatever time we have available. This highlights the massive impact that yoga can have on our mental health. So this short practice focuses on the best poses to really help with improving it. I'm Bea. Thank you so much for joining me for your flow today. If you have already found some value in this video, please hit the like button and subscribe. Each week, I will look forward to showing up in your feed with a flow to help you move, breathe, and feel into your own human experience. Look, I know I always say short practice and it ends up being 30 minutes, but in the scheme of things, is 30 minutes really a lot in our 24-hour window? You get to decide, but I will try and keep this one to 15 minutes because I know sometimes that's all the time we have. Let's meet on the mat. Let's take a short minute to arrive on our mats with our breath in our body. Find that connection. So sitting up nice and tall, just really ground down through the sit bones. Elongate the spine to reach up through the crown. Close down the eyes. Take a deep inhale into the pelvic bowl. Fill the torso like water filling a glass. Exhale. Notice as the body softens. Shoulder blades melt down the back. Navel draws toward the spine as there's a gentle contraction of the pelvic floor. Just continue with these full Agni-Raj breaths. Take the gaze inward. You can take the gaze in and up to the midpoint in the brow. Really filling the torso on the inhale, allowing the breath to open and expand through the collarbones, creating space. Exhale. Give yourself permission to release and let go of all that no longer serves you. Breathing in and out through the nostrils, activating our parasympathetic nervous system as we slow down the breath. We slow down the body and we send the signals that it's okay to switch off that fight or flight mode. It's okay to sit in our space and be vulnerable right now. Letting go of the breathing pattern, just allow the breath to return to its natural rhythm. Just allow the breath to be. Gently bow the head and flutter the eyelids open. I'm going to roll over the knees and come to find Balasana, child's pose. So just draw the hips back to the heels. You can send the arms out towards the top of the mat. Allow the forehead to rest on the earth. And we'll take a full Agni-Raj breath here from the base of the spine through to the crown. Exhale, navel draws toward the spine. As we inhale now, we're going to rise to all fours. Keep waving the body forward. Scoop down, press into the palms, coming up to upward facing dog. Exhale, press into the palms, engage the core as you bring the tail back towards the hips. Come back to child's pose. Just a couple more times. Inhale, rise, scoop the body down, upward facing dog. Thighs away from the mat. Exhale, bend into the knees, press into the palms. Come back to child's pose. Last time. Inhale, rise, scoop. Press into the palms, lift up through the chest, shoulder blades melt down the back. Exhale, press into the palms. Taking a full breath here. Send the inhale to the seat, fill the torso like water filling a glass. Exhale, just give the body permission to surrender for this very brief moment. Inhale, rise to all fours. Shoulders over the wrists, hips over the knees, feet about hips width apart. Tuck the toes, press into the palms, send the tail to the sky, downward facing dog. Gazes to the back of the mat. Internally rotate the elbows toward each other. Lift up through the tail on the inhale. Notice as the chest draws closer toward the thighs. Exhale now, wave the body forward, come into your plank. Whole body activation. Activating the muscles in the body, just building some heat. Exhale, press into the palms, downward facing dog. Inhale, wave the body forward. Part of mental health is giving ourselves opportunities to find a little bit of challenge. Exhale, pressing back, downward facing dog. Inhale, wave the body forward. Come back to plank. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Gazes to the top of the mat. Walk the feet between the hands. Have a bend in the knees, maybe a deep bend. Allow the chest to rest on the thighs. Allow the head and neck to hang. Grasp hold of either elbows. Just coming into our ragdoll. When we give ourselves the opportunity to face challenges head on, we're able to build our confidence as we move through those challenges. Take your last breath. Inhale goes into the seat, arrives in the collarbone. Exhale, maybe you notice the head and neck hang a little deeper. The elbows might come a little closer toward the earth. Bend into the knees now. Bring the buttocks to the earth. We're going to send the legs out long. Bring the left foot to the inside of the right thigh. Breathe in, lift up through the crown. Breathe out, hinge at the front hip crease. Allow the torso to fall over that extended leg. Foot remains flexed. Just creating space in the back line of the body and in the groin on the left side. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Maybe you're up here. That is perfectly fine. Maybe you find with each exhale you're able to go a little deeper into the fold. Just go to where your edge is. One more breath. Inhale deep into the pelvic bowl, still breathing through the nostrils. Lengthen through the crown. Exhale, soften a little further into the fold. Inhale, engage the core as we lift the torso, come back to seated. Extend the left leg out long. Draw the sole of the right foot to the inside of the left thigh. Allow the knee to fall to the side. Inhale, ground down through the sit bones, lift up through the crown. Exhale, hinge at the left hip crease. Allow the torso to fall over the extended left leg. Again, moving to your edge. Each inhale lifts and creates space in the body. Each exhale, we soften. Maybe we are able to move the body into that newly created space. Last breath here. Breathing through any discomfort. Remembering that if we constantly seek comfort and ease, we're actually devaluing the potential of our own capability. When we move out of the comfortable into the uncomfortable, we present ourselves those opportunities to grow. Inhale, lift the torso, come back to seated. Bring both feet to the mat. Ground down through the sit bones, sweep the arms out in front, engage the core as we slowly lower the torso toward the mat. 5, 4, lift and lengthen. 3, 2, and 1. Coming into our bridge, you can bring the feet, the heels closer toward the buttocks. Lift up through the hips, so there's a gentle engagement of the quadriceps, gentle engagement of the glutes as we lift the hips into the sky. You can tuck the shoulder blades underneath the chest and just interlace the fingers underneath the buttocks. Inhale, maybe we lift a little higher toward the sky. So we're not clenching the glutes together. It's just a gentle engagement of the muscles here. So be aware of the muscle and its activation. Exhales guided by a gentle contraction of the pelvic floor. Navel draws toward the spine. Last breath here. Unlace the fingers. Allow the shoulders to splay out as the hips slowly come to the earth. Press into the feet, lift the hips, shift them over to the right just a little bit. Extend the left leg out long. Draw the right knee across the body using the left hand. Extend the right arm out to the side. Gaze follows the right arm. And just make sure the shoulders are still connected to the earth. So if you find that when you draw that knee over to the left-hand side, the right shoulder lifts, bring the shoulder back to meet the earth. And if the right knee lifts further away from the earth, that's perfectly fine. Again, we're moving to our own edge. Full breaths here. Close down the eyes. We allow the inhale to move through the twist, opening and creating space. And the exhale draws the navel toward the spine. We can give ourselves permission to soften and surrender. On the next inhale, slowly unwind from the twist. Soles of the feet meet the earth. Press into the feet, lift the hips, shift them over to the left. Extend the right leg out long. Draw the left knee across the body using the right hand. Extend the left arm out to the side. Gaze follows the left hand. Shoulders remain connected to the earth. Close down the eyes. Give yourself an opportunity to ruminate here. The way we approach hip opening postures can be a mirror for how we approach challenging situations in life. In these postures, we need to meet ourselves with patience. We need to soften the body, surrender, and find a presence of the breath with the body. All tools that we can use to meet challenging situations in life off the mat. Slowly unwind from the twist. Extend the legs out long and allow the feet to fall to the edges of the mat. Rest the arms beside the body, palms facing up. Gently draw the chin away from the chest, encouraging the natural curve of the spine. And just relax the muscles in the face. Unclench the jaw. Release the tongue away from the roof of the mouth. And let the furrow in the brow soften. Become aware of the breath, but do not alter it or try to control it in any way. Just be aware of the inhale and the exhale. The inhale creating life and space within the body. The exhale giving you the opportunity to release, let go, and surrender. Begin to bring your awareness back to the breath. Rise and fall of the belly and the chest, no different to the rise and fall of the ocean's tide. Begin to find movement in the fingers and the toes. Sway the head and neck from side to side. When you're ready, roll to your most comfortable side and observe. Slowly rise to a comfortable seat. Just keep the eyes closed and remain in this blissful state for a moment longer. Know that you can find this calming state at any point throughout your day, just by closing the eyes, taking the gaze inward and focusing on the breath. Sweep the arms out and up and just draw in the energy of this practice. Bring the palms to meet. Hands float to the heart center. Thumbs find a connection with the heart space as we cultivate a deep sense of gratitude for our body, for our mind, and for our breath. The light in me sees and honors the light in you. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me for your practice today. Thank yourselves for coming to the mat, particularly when we're in a little bit of a dark state. It can be hard to even find the encouragement or the motivation to roll out the mat. Maybe don't even roll the mat out. Maybe just stand up and sweep the arms overhead, fold forward and find that little bit of movement. And also focus on the breath. Maybe that's all you need for that very moment. Keep making magic in this world from your space at your own pace, because that's exactly what the world needs. Your magic. Namaste.